Welcome to Best Recipes with Sharon. Today's recipe is for all those coconut lovers out there. We'll be making chocolate dipped coconut macaroons. First, you'll preheat your oven to 325 degrees. I use parchment paper to line the cookie sheet. It makes it a lot easier to get the cookies off the sheet so that they don't stick. In a large bowl, we'll start with 4 cups of sweetened flaked coconut and add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. You can add 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract, that's optional. Now mix that in until it's well incorporated. Then in a separate bowl, you'll separate 2 egg whites. Then you add 1/4 teaspoon of salt to the egg whites and then beat them until they form stiff peaks. Then fold the egg whites into the coconut mixture. Then drop by spoonfuls onto a prepared cookie sheet, leaving a little space in between them. Then you'll place it in a 325-degree oven for about 15 minutes. You really don't want to overcook these or they'll dry out. So keep an eye on the time. Some say between 20-25 minutes. I cook mine for about 15, just so that they're soft and chewy on the inside and a little crisp on the outside. Then you remove them from the oven and let them cool down completely. If you don't let them cool enough, they'll just fall apart and crumble. Next, you'll want to melt some chocolate. It's up to you if you want to use milk chocolate or dark chocolate. I prefer milk chocolate on the coconut macaroons. Make sure you use a high quality chocolate bar. I break it into pieces and I melt it in the microwave. So if you're melting the chocolate in the microwave, you'll need to do it just for a few seconds and then stir it. Now to coat the bottoms of each cookie, I take the cookie and spoon it on with a spoon and coat the bottom that way. I find it easier than dipping it into the chocolate. If you take the cookie and try to dip the bottom, sometimes the cookie breaks apart, so it's just easier this way. And as you're coating each cookie, you can just plop it right back down on the parchment paper and you set it aside to cool. You can set it in the fridge if you want. It will set nicely and it'll just peel right off that paper. You can save some chocolate for the top and put it into a decorating bag with a small writing tip. And then just drizzle it over the top like this to make them look nice. Now you can see how the chocolate has set quite nicely on this and it's ready to eat. If you put these macaroons in an airtight container, they will keep in the fridge for about a week or in the freezer for up to 3 months. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe and happy baking.